All right, well, let's have a little chat. What do you say? Are you in there? All right. So here's the fucking deal. I am not going to cuss every fucking video. So don't even don't be getting all hot for my F words. Okay, so here's the deal. What you focus on becomes your fucking reality. Okay, got a good dose of that again today. I left my sleeping spot at 6 a.m. and I went to a different sleeping spot. And I worked on a song, and it's really fucking cool. I like to sing songs. I like to sing the songs impromptu. Like this song that I sang, She Buried Her Daughter Today. I've had that story. I've told that story. I've written that story. As told to me from, I was close-ish to the gal, business associates. Anyway, oh God, I digress. The point is that when I wrote the song out today and wrote the chorus over and over, I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm going to sing it in video, because the way I elongated it, the freeform style on Shmuel, kind of ended it abruptly, even though it had like 10 minutes or whatever. I did get all my points in, and a lot of people are listening to it, and it's so weird. Because it's a little bit uncomfortable to be so emotional on camera. It's been, on YouTube that way, but it's really also liberating to be like, you know what? This is me. I mean, it's not like I'm Sinead O'Connor, right? Did you see her stuff like quite a few years ago? She had her meltdowns in video, but people are like, well, she shouldn't have done that, right? Because we don't want to see what life is really like. Anyway, so then I wrote that out today, and I was like, okay, so the next time I sing it, I'm going to read it, this like 3 pages of song, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, I am going to do that, and I'm going to get someone to put it to music, and I'm going to do that with a bunch of stories, but I was like, you know what I really just like you kind of go, okay, the song's called She Buried Her Daughter Today, so just start with that, go into the story in my head, know the main chorus, but then just make it up each time, because the story is the same. It's just there might be words different here and there that I bring through. And I like that idea. I like the idea of every time I sing it, it'll be a little bit different, but the same chorus, rather than memorizing words or following other people's words, or reading what I wrote. And I will do that on some songs, but it's nice to just know the main chorus and then just make it up, because especially when you already know the story. So I did that, and so then and I walked around Fort Worden and did some healing stuff, and then I went back to sleep. I went into a deep meditation, astral travel. Oh my God, intense dreams, just so much going on, and it was very, very nice and stuff. Let me put that there. And just the beauty. And then I walked and videoed, and just an incredibly beautiful day. Okay. So then I decided around 1 or 2 to go to the post office, and I went to the post office, and then I got this and I got that. And then I'm feeling into the moment, going, what feels more exciting? And I was like, so then I went to the library, outside the library that's open now, but it's, oh God, it's a great COVID. Anyway, I did some stuff on the internet. Let's just say that. And then, that's never thoughts come in. It's funny. I left downtown because it was fucking hotter than hell. It was like 80 today. And I left downtown probably 40 minutes ago, hot, and went up to the library to do some things on the internet. And then and now the storm's setting in. And it's chilly willy. It's too funny. People were swimming today. Not me. Anyway, so then feeling into the moment, going, what's more exciting? It feels more exciting kind of to go back out to Fort Worth. It feels, well, wait a minute, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So then after the library, I decided to come downtown. And so downtown was still packed, but there was spots in the shade, and people, when it's that hot, people come out of their trailer houses, out of the different houses that are too hot, and they hang out downtown until it's cooler, and then they go home. Because that's what's cool about here too, is that like Montana, it gets cool in the evening, right? Places like Florida, it never gets cold. It never gets cool really in the evenings, and you can't like open windows because everything's air conditioned, and the ocean is hotter than the body. It's not refreshing at all. I digress, clearly, and forgot. Anyway, this is a video about what you focus on to create your reality. So as I was feeling into that moment, I did lean towards come downtown. So I did. And then I walked to the restrooms. No, actually, I did a few things online, and then I called my friend and laughed for like an hour. Just fucking laughed my ass off. Just massive, intelligent, sarcastic, intellectual, spiritual fuckery, and it was fucking hysterical. And then I walked down to the bathroom. I had something in my mind. I had some things in my mind I wanted to do when I got back. I had everything all shit to wait. So as you lope, lumber, slumber, fall into the next moment, you see that that's when I went to the bathroom, and then I saw that Mary was there, and she's a local homeless gal I was working with last year, and I was kind of surprised. Well, I was very surprised that she was there. I was a little bummed that she was still there, and I was also like, I didn't really want to visit with her because I have done all I can, and it's just too much, and I'm a dog in astrology, and I can't say no, I can. Okay, so then, after I visited her, and I was very clear with her on what she needs to do next, and she needs to save herself, and this is her stuff, and quit worrying about everybody else, and blah, blah, blah. But then I started feeling some of those old patterns, right? So I'm going to help her. There's something I got to do. Like, there's something I got to do. And she asked me if I still had room in my storage for stuff. And I'm like, no, my storage is packed. And she's like, well, I need to, it's been a year. Okay. So I could feel a little bit of anxiety of like, okay, well, I told you a year ago that I would do all this stuff. And you said, I got to do this and this and this. So I'm like, oh, what? So I parented her, even though she's like 80. And told her what she needed to do, and that she needs to quit focusing on material things and whatever's in this storage and get herself to safety. Get herself somewhere else. 2 hours to Seattle to get into... Okay, so... But then I took on some old patterns of like, this is my problem. I need to help her. I gotta... Blah, 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 blah. And then just even a little bit, and then more piled on, and more piled on. And I started feeling, instead of that peaceful, free, beautiful feeling I was feeling earlier in the day, I started feeling, not my stuff, not happening to me, but feeling, And, you know, side note, I trust what happens to me, and I trust what comes to me, and I trust where rejections are, you know, like money or different paths. I trust that, and I trust that I am to be experiencing what I'm experiencing. Okay, that said, so then I noticed when I got into that energy, then I started feeling a little bit depressed, and feeling like hopeless, and feeling panicky, and feeling like running, and feeling like getting housing, and going and grabbing this, and going and grabbing that, and then I decided to do that video in this channel about Mary, and kind of chewing people out and deciding what I'm going to do, and said I'm going to pray about it, blah, blah, blah. And then when I went up to the library, I felt a little bit rattled, right? And I'm looking for something in case you didn't know. And so then I got in the back, and I got my laptop out, which is as fucking slow as molasses. I should have bought myself a laptop this year with all my moolah I was spending on business things. Anyway, I digressed again, and I can't find my... Oh, there it is. Yes, I'm doing something. None of your beeswax. And then I'm like, okay. I was listening to a little bit of Baba Jolie or whatever, the tarot stuff. And it just hit me again. I was reminded, like, this really is what you fucking focus on, Crystal. This is your fucking life. Where do you want to focus? I want to focus on Mary being a victim to the system. I want to focus on everybody woe is me and bad, 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 bad. And I want to chew out everybody. I want to chew everybody out, and I want to save the world. Okay, well, good. Then there's going to be more people that need saving, more burdens on you, more stress, more anxiety. Well, no. And so then it's like, well, you really get what you focus on. I shifted just a little bit. I went and looked at some other things that kind of bummed me out, some rejection on some different things I'd applied for. But it didn't affect me at all. But the stress of Mary, and I told her that I cannot help her. I can love her, and I can talk with her about things that she's interested in, but I don't want to hear about the whiny little, and do just like I did last year. You're not a victim. You create your own reality. You chose to experience this. She knows the way out, and I'm not going to be her wine bag. Okay? Like, whiny. I get it. I fucking get it. But when I'm a fucking warrior, and I said fuck like 10,000 times when I was telling her, and I said big dick too. I said, if I'm going to pull my big dick out and start slaying people, you're going to have to cooperate. That's what I told her. I'm like, last year, she's like, well, no, don't do this, don't. I could go in there and get her stuff and get her to Seattle and get it done, get her done. I even offered to drive her last year, right? And she's like, well, I got to do this and I got to do this. I said, you said the same thing last year and the year before that. I don't want to hear it anymore. And yeah, she's in a bad way, but we all create our own reality. And so, it had me, I kind of cried a little bit. I kind of went through these different things. And then I'm like, wait a fucking minute, okay? My job in June, the Spirit has made clear to me, my job, 100%, no matter what fucking rejection letters I get, no matter what I apply for, no matter what I do, no matter what brick wall I walk into, I'll turn and walk another way. It's about keeping myself like this and loving the water and loving the land and loving myself and holding my frequency for the entire fucking month of June. Okay, not dabbling in any emotion of this, not anybody's trauma, not anybody's toxic anything, and not playing that Mary's the victim of the world, and if bad things happen, and they're going to keep happening to everybody else too. No, I'm not a fucking victim. I created this to experience it, and so did she. Okay? I spent one night at the fucking shelter, and I'm like, I'm the fuck out of here. I would never go back. Well, if it was freezing and it was an incident, maybe. But I wouldn't. And I'm also not someone who would sleep on the ground. I mean, I would, like camping or whatever for meditation or whatever, but I would have done something different. So I'm me, and I'm responsible for the frequency and energy that I allow into my life and what I believe. And if I believe she's a victim, I believe I'm a fucking victim. And if I believe we're victims, then there's an abuser. And then I don't believe quantum, and I don't believe I create reality, and I don't believe that my beliefs create anything, right? So this little video is to tell you that you create your fucking reality. Oh my God, it's intense. Even 30 seconds thinking about something fucked up, toxic, negative, or some person that you didn't have with, or something your mommy did, or some peanut butter sandwich when you were 12, or something that's woe is me. Focus even 30 seconds, and you're like, what does Abraham Hicks say, 17 seconds? You're on that path. Fucking immediately. Like you shift and you can feel other things magneting to you. And I got a fucking abuser in my head, right, that says shitty things about other people and me. And I'm like, I turn it around. I'm like, that's not true, or this is not this. And today I'm like, I don't know, somebody walked by. So if I'm feeling a victim to the world, then I think shitty things about other people. And then finally I told that voice today, because, I got a voice in my head. I said, you're fucking, nasty. You're fucking you're just not nice, and so just not pretending that I don't have that. But I've noticed that when I get scared when I get scared financially, or where am I going to live, or what am I going to do, or and not trust the moment and the quantum in my own thought, then I attract more negative thoughts. I think shitty things about people. I think shitty things about myself. I put myself down. I put other people down. I judge everything, and I get completely out of my focus of songwriting and story writing and study and love and laughter and beauty. I get completely out of that and totally a victim to the system. And then I fucking go, whoa, wait a minute. So I went up to the library because it was still fucking hot downtown. And I loaded the Mary video and something else. Working on my applications for things and stuff. And then, and then it's really, really clear that I went too far. I didn't go as far as I might have in the past, but energetically I did. And so I'm not going to complain about the shelter, and I'm not going to do any more videos about that and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to just crack the whip on Mary. Yeah, she's old and her teeth are hurting and she can barely move, but she got tougher today when I tufted her. I tufted her and I parented her and I... Well, I didn't do that to her. And then I hugged her, you know? Did you see that? Would you like something to suck on? Speaking of, I don't want to put those two topics together. Okay, so fucking thing. Okay. Okay. So here's what happened. I got a good dose in the fact that I'm Kitho. I don't fucking care about what anyone else is going through. Fuck it, okay? And I don't even mean that. Oh, today it was like, I heard this thing. Would you like a job? Would give you meaning. Would you like to do something that's bigger than you? She like this. And I'm like, the fuck is that shit, right? Because there's nothing bigger than you. There's nothing more important than you. There's nothing that matters more than you. There's nothing that matters more than me. Because my thoughts and my beliefs create my motherfucking reality. And I project you. And okay. Okay, I project the version of you that exists. I project the version of every single thing, okay? I guess whether it be housing, whether it be other people's problems, the government, I project that version of them by what I tolerate, what I believe, what I say, what I put up with, okay? And I'm not going to put up with any of it. And I'm not going to let people whine to me. When people are like, they want to come and bitch to me like I'm the hairdresser or the bartender, and they want to say the same story. Oh, this happened to me. And this happened to me because I'm this and this happened to me. Whine and whine and whine and whine. Okay. And it's never, ever taking responsibility for creating their own reality. And they want to say it over and over and over. And then they want to tell me, I don't need a guru. And I don't need you to counsel me, and I don't need you to tell me what to do. Well, then I don't need you fucking laying your fucking shit on me and not being open to my solution. And I was a little bit that way with Mary today. I don't say it quite like this, but I'm a fucking warrior, okay? I go get the shit done, okay? I want to report on it. Don't fucking tell me shit if I'm not going to take action. I got the solution. I'm a psychic, okay? I'm tough. I can go in and I can take care of it, and I can make noise and make it happen and change her reality. But you're not ready because you can't find this and you can't find that. I said, you've been saying that for 2 years, okay? So I don't want to be a burden. Well, you are, okay? And so am I. Stuff like that. And then, you know what happened? I was like, fuck. I almost forgot I project reality. I almost believed that there was victims to circumstance and that other people don't create their reality and they need me to rescue them and save them. And they fucking don't, dude. They fucking don't. Now, could you get your hat to do that? It's something I learned in Suave school. You know, like they go to the etiquette school and they put the books on their head and they learn to walk with their boobs out like this. I went to suave school, and they're like, I'm suave. I'm so suave. I put some candy in my mouth, and then I was like, I wasn't dissing myself. I'm suave. I am seriously suave. But I don't give a fuck about being suave. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. And I will not play victim to anything. I created my fucking shit, and I'm going to create my way into some other fucking shit. But the point is that in that moment, right, I felt into that moment. I really kind of I was excited about going to the post office because I was expecting something. So I kind of did that. And then I really was like not really feeling like going downtown. But if it's June 1st, and so it's the new drill that, you know, Mary's going to be out every day for 11 hours. And so it's like, you know, face it. I don't want to have to avoid her. I don't want to have to, you know, be like, where have you been? And why don't you save me? And I said fuck like 10 million times. And she's like, you know, Christian and whatever.